in Bollywood?
I've just started my experience in Bollywood.
Yes.
You know, until now I had the experience of working with the Indian crew. Although we filmed in Uzbekistan, which was quite interesting. I really enjoyed the work with everyone on set. And you know, I always say what I find very magical about this is that the DNA of the people involved in this industry is the same DNA. You know,
Right.
the DOPs, the directors, the sound people, it's the same DNA. The language changes, some cultural aspects change, but I feel like everyone is passionate about what they're doing, and this is what attracts me. You know, to continue in this field, and hopefully, you know, to continue working with India.
After getting your script, what were your first feelings and how did you like it?
Actually, what happened is, you know, I was sitting in Israel and I received this email from the cast offering, wanting to offer a role. At first, I was very suspicious about it. Okay, why India to me? And I called one of my friends from India and I asked him, "Do you know this casting?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, then it's legit." That's a beginning. Then, actually, I had the call with the casting, and they offered me a certain role in the movie. I read the script, and I felt that the role is not challenging enough. And the next day, they called me and said, "Okay, we would like to offer you the antagonist." I said, "Okay, that sounds more interesting." And the process that we had, which was very good with the director, with Pranay, was the ability to implement into this character much more depth. You know, because you can always take a character very flat, but you could always add to him a lot of layers. And this is what we did with this character, whether if he sings romantic songs or whether he finds in Jodie something very powerful that attracts him. So it was a great experience to work and to be able
Language was a difficult one?
No, but you know, I don't speak Hindi in the movie. I speak Arabic
Same
and
languages,
English.
yeah.
I speak Arabic and English.
Yeah.
I speak 5 languages. In this movie, Arabic and English.
Okay.
Which actor you admire from Bollywood before this film?
It's not a fair question because first of all, I don't know enough actors and actresses, and I wouldn't want to mention someone because then. But I love Nushrat.
Okay.
What about Amitabh Bachchan?
Excuse me.
Amitabh Bachchan, you must have seen the film.
Yeah, of course, Amitabh Bachchan and Anupam Kher. I had the privilege of meeting, and I saw the Kashmir Files, great actors. But again, I mean, there's so many great actors, and you must understand that I've been acting for only 11 years. I did have the privilege of doing many projects, but I feel that I'm constantly learning and studying the field, and now discovering this your industry is.
So what's your pipeline projects next?
I'm about to film the first movie that I'm part of the production. It's a kind of a thriller, action thriller. Then I'm supposed to film another movie, an American project, and then a French series. Thank God, busy.
Okay.
So as an actor, what do you learn in these movies, especially in Bollywood?
As an actor, what I learned?
Yes.
I think first of all, if we talk about Kelly, I think what's, maybe I might be wrong, but I feel that in a way Kelly is, I would say, maybe a bit more realistic than, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of Indian movies, whether it's the dancing and singing, it's like bigger than life, and I feel in Kelly it's something very, very realistic, very minimalistic, whether it's the acting or what happens. So I think in a way that might stand out and be special in that. Since I come from the music, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've had experience of dancing also. I never did it in a movie. So I think if I will have the chance.
And toughest part?
Excuse me?
Toughest part?
The toughest part I ever had in movies?
Yes.
I would say I needed to portray a rapist, but really based on a true story, and that was very difficult because you try to find out from where do I get this emotional. It's portraying someone based on a true story without having any ability to study him and trying to find out what would be my motivation, my emotional motivation. And that was quite, I would say,
The challenging one.
challenging, very challenging. But you know, I would say that what happened to me is reading the script, I felt that I hate everything about this character. The way he looks, the way he stands, the way he talks. And this is what I took as an emotional thing to work with.
How was your experience with Nusrat?
You know, it's funny because we filmed in Uzbekistan, and you know, now we talk about it a lot. She was quite distant, but afterwards we spoke about it. She was distant because we wanted to feel this, to be able to connect on a friendly basis, to be able to portray those hard scenes. So, you know, sometimes we do this just to be able, you know, because if we would have sat and got to know each other really good, maybe it would be harder to do these scenes. But after we filmed them, we became good friends.
A family, a good friend.
Good friends, yes.
You are doing many serials and movie in Israel.
In Israel and abroad also, yes.
So, what is the difference between Bollywood and that industry?
The Israeli industry, you know, first of all, I think there are a lot of similarities between India and Israel in general. You know, whether it's the background, the history, also the cultures. You know, you have, you know, such a vast culture and what's the word? You know, many languages, and so in Israel, I feel like it's a microcosmos of India, and that in that sense, you know, fusion of foods, fusion of cultures. And like I said, in the history of things. So I feel that there are similarities, but the Israeli industry is so small. You know, we're 9 million people, so it's really small. But I feel that these past at least 10 years, a lot of Israeli projects became known around the world, because I feel there is a lot of creativity in Israel, and we managed to film a lot of projects with low budgets and make them really good and have an international appeal. And in a sense, I feel that something also is happening in India. You know, exporting your project, they start to become much more well known around the world. You know, if we talk about series, and it has to do a lot also with thanks to these platforms that are, you know, whether it's Netflix, Amazon, Disney, whatever. So I feel in that sense there is a lot of great creativity in both cases.
Okay. So lastly, the Gujarat has